watching this video called Growing Up Mexican because I actually realized I need to start uploading more, like, a TikTok or anything. But just que hueva, dude. Honestly, que hueva. I don't feel like it because I have to go back and then cut out things from this. And it's just such a pain in the ass having to cut things out. I feel holy hunchback. Holy hunchback. But I'm excited to watch this video. It's called Growing Up Mexican. I mean, I'm pretty sure like most of us who will be here understand this, but I think this would be a great video to upload because I'm tired of fucking just uploading VODs.
You don't know this, but I'm Mexican. And no, I'm not one
I haven't
of those
watched these yet
Edgars
either.
Or even those vaquero guys, or even an Alucin guy.
I had no idea those were called Alucin, by the way. I've never seen these type. Okay, like I have seen them, but I've never.
Vaquero guys, or
Alucin?
even an Alucin.
What's an Alucin? I've never seen that before. Like, I mean, I've seen this type of guy before, but it just looks really basic. I mean, not to insult them, of course. It's not like I look amazing or anything, but like I'm just saying, I've never heard of Alucin before. But anyways.
Shut the I'm just a Mexican kid who plays
Gee, is that too loud? I hope that's not too loud. That shouldn't be too loud. I'll put that there.
Fortnite and FIFA, and that's about it. My mom was born in Colima, and my dad was born in Michoacan. And me?
I'm not that Mexican, by the way. Like, my parents were born, like, pretty close to the U.S. Like, bordering the U.S. And that's why I'm where I am today right now.
I was born in California, but that doesn't make me any less Mexican.
I don't know about that.
Allá afuera, pero cuando la coró se fue para allá. El mijo me estás allá.
I don't be
You know what's crazy? That person right there who just spoke. I forget that that's real people, real adults who basically are old enough or like are older yet don't know Spanish like that. Like they dead ass don't know Spanish. I mean, of course, I'm very fluent in Spanish, but like, and I'm not trying to be offensive to them. I'm just saying, like, you've had so many years in this world, in a culture where you're Mexican and you don't know that much Spanish. I mean, again, I'm not the best at Spanish.
Living in those fancy big cities, I live out in the Central Valley.
Okay, nitrogen monoxide me to just Amy.
Why did it say nitrogen monoxide? So quick with it. Yes, I have. I what can I say? I am a person who has this prepared. These are the only things I have prepared. Anything else, I'm not that very prepared for. But I'm just saying that, like, all I have to do is open up my PC and like then just what's it called? Open up basically a scene. It's just basically called like a preset.
Hi,
yes.
pal.
In a town surrounded by.
Okay, primo. No, we're hermanos. Remember, we talked about that.
Okay, primo, y'all know Somos primo.
Early in the morning. I've been alive and experiencing.
Apris HOLA Apris.
Sorry, I'm gonna have to disable it. Again, this is getting uploaded. I'm gonna upload this one to the YouTube because it's gonna be short. So I like that.
My beautiful culture for 19 years, sometimes knowingly and sometimes unknowingly. If you clicked on this video, chances are you're also Mexican. ICE? Yes, that's them. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Watch out, la migra!
As a little kid, I had no idea what la migra. Hold up. As a little kid, I had no idea what la migra was. I would just hear them, and I was really innocent growing up because of my mom. So because I didn't know what it was, and I would hang out with kids who were, how my mom would say, con esos no te juntes. They kind of taught me a lot of things and they would teach me words. All right. And one of the words I remember so well because we were at a rec center and it was summer. They taught me a word called la migra and they would basically scream it out. All right. And we're playing outside in a, what's it called? We're playing outside in a, what's the word? In a little baseball field, but like it's just made out of dirt and like sand and shit. Or not made out, but like it was a shitty one. And these kids were just screaming out jokingly, la migra and shit. And I remember so well that like, I mean, okay, I was 9 or 10. Yes, I said the word, all right. Like I was just trying to fit in, all right. I felt like a loser because I didn't know what it was, and I felt too innocent. So they end up screaming la migra and just joking, ay, ta la migra, right? And I just never understood it. One day I say the joke in front of my parents. Hello, say, don't I have you for a class? No, Jeff. Also, the text to speech is going to be off just while I do this video, finish this video. But yes, I do have you in that class, Ale. Me and him are sitting next to each other. He's my little class BRB. All right, go for arsonist. Me and him are little, you know, he's my class crush. Anyways, so one day I say the joke, or not say the joke, but me thinking I'm funny, like I say the word when I'm out with my parents, and no, this isn't like to like, you know, like shame them or anything. My parent or not, I like put the finger on them. My parents just said, "Where'd you learn that? Why are you saying that? Let me saying stuff like that." And I got a big ass scolding from my Mexican parents about screaming things. Not because of the word, but rather because it was a word I didn't know. They just got mad at me for the fact that it was just a word that I had no idea what it was, and I'm just copying little kids. That sounds weird. I'm just copying what other kids are saying. Yes. I'm back. What are you done doing?
Growing up in a Mexican household comes with a few downsides to it. Number one, you can't ever have McDonald's because your parents either say they have no money or you have food at the house. Number two,
look, they're not wrong about that. But actually, my mom was, and I love my mom so much for this. My mom would never tell me there's no, like, she would never tell me no. Like, or like a flat out no, because she was just evil out of pure evil. I love my mom because she would tell me not until Friday. She would never even tell me not until I get paid or anything like that. She would just say, no, just wait till Friday. Subconsciously, I started thinking, oh, okay, Friday days is when I can maybe get McDonald's or something like that. So there's a great parenting tip, unless you don't want to take that. I mean, it's just a tip in general. But I don't know. I love that. I love the fact that my mom never specifically told me, you know, no, because we don't have money, or no, because there's, I mean, she would definitely use that there's food at the house. And most of the time, there was no food at the house. Okay, there was no prepared food at the house, but the food was there to prepare. I just didn't want to prepare it, nor her. And to this day, I still don't want to prepare food. I hate cooking so much. And I only do it on very special occasions, like when no one's home and I have to feed myself or something.
chores early in the weekends. And number three, la chancla. Other than that though, life as a Mexican is pretty cool. Food is probably the best part about it though.
Absolutely.
Especially if you're a
That was some
big
good
fat
Wingstop. I kind of wish we had some more Wingstop.
Mexican like me. I grew up in a duplex in a not so great neighborhood. But that didn't stop my big ass from eating good. The block might be starving, but as a Mexican, you do.
I don't like how
with
called
what
out
you
I feel right now.
can. We call these struggle meals. Meals you can whip up in a short time that cost almost nothing to make. One struggle meal most Mexicans
I know which
know
one he's gonna
about
say.
is the tortilla con sal. You
Okay, tortilla con sal is a real, like, that's a struggle meal. Yeah, I don't know about tortilla con sal. All right, that's a little too struggly. That's a little too struggly for me. Limón y sal. Con limón y sal, okay, maybe I can maybe understand lemon and salt, but just salt, no. The struggle one that we would have more of is just the tortilla with beans. So literally just beans and beans in a tortilla, and con tortilla de maíz. Maybe with a corn tortilla, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe one time I tried it, maybe once, and that's about it. But like other than that, I don't really think so. That's crazy. I've never heard of someone like trying that. Or not trying that, but like, yeah.
no struggle if you ate this bitch right here. A corn tortilla with salt is food only the trenches know about. Or you don't know how to cook. Either one.
Okay, it's not that hard.
Salchicha, egg,
Oh,
with
okay.
hot dog. This would feed
Okay, yeah. Huevo con salchicha, absolutely. Absolutely. And that wasn't even, I wouldn't even consider that a struggle meal. Or maybe it is a struggle meal and I just had no idea it was a struggle meal and I just loved it that much. It was egg and wieners, I guess we call it. It's not glizzy, it's not a hot dog. It's a sausage that goes in a hot dog specifically. Those I still to this day love eating. I just love huevo con salchicha. It's my favorite type of egg.
the family for days, and it was easy to prepare. All
It was
my
extremely easy to
Mexicans
prepare.
understand.
It
This
was
shit
really
fed
easy.
the house good. Frijoles, aka beans. Now this
Yeah, of
could
course.
go with anything, to be honest. Tostada con frijoles arribita con queso cotija.
Okay, now the tostada con queso and frijoles is fucking. I feel too bright. This is too bright. That thing was amazing. That is genuinely a favorite food because I love cheese and it was such a simple meal to make. And yeah, like I think, okay, up to right now, I think out of the 3 meals he said so far, out of the 3 meals he's named, I've definitely had 2. The silent tortilla, just salt and a tortilla. Okay, I'm not sure about that, but this one extremely. Oh, I love this one as well. Because it was so simple. I mean, it's because again, growing up, I love beans, and holy stereotype, but I love beans.
Bomb as fuck. Frijoles by themselves. Honestly, I could
I'm not sure about frijoles all by themselves either, though. Like, actually, I think maybe by themselves, yes. It's just that no, maybe like a little bit, but I feel like you always have to have some sort of tortilla, whether it's corn chips, whatever type of tortilla. I just had to have a tortilla along with it, and yeah, I just couldn't do it like by itself.
take it or leave it. Lastly, we would have caldo de pollo. And you're not
Fuck,
a
I
real
hated that.
Mexican if your abuelita or mom didn't make this bullshit on the hottest day of the fucking year. It's like an instinct for them to make this on the day when the garbage cans are melting, the forests are burning, and the pigeons are all getting cooked up. And still, they make this shit. It's gas and all.
It was. It definitely was. My mom to this day still makes this fuck ass caldo, and I just don't like the caldo. I just don't like it. However, when I'm sick, I absolutely love it. Maybe it's a placebo effect. Maybe there's actually nothing real about eating a caldo when you're sick, but it just feels good having a really nice and warm soup to eat when you're sick, when you feel like shit or
Can we
anything.
please start making this shit in winter for the
Nah,
love of
nah.
God, please.
Even in winter, I don't like it. Even in winter, I don't like caldo. I don't like this type of shit food. It's good, don't get me wrong, but I just look who it is. Hello, Vamp. Fine dining. Hello, Vamp. Welcome back. So what's with his music? I'm sure there could have been better music with
That leads
Chusus.
me onto
What is this? This video is called "What is Growing Up Mexican." It's a video I got recommended to watch, considering I am Mexican, and I have never seen it before, so I wanted to watch it. I will say this: so far, I've been liking. I like this video. And there's two. It's only two, and they're both 13 minutes. And then after this, we're playing a new game that was recommended to me. And we could finish it up. I'm gonna finish it up by today. It's apparently a short game.
struggle meals though, aka the food you would pray for, the type of food that would make your
Eyes
taste
looking good.
buds burst. Pozole being one of those foods that is
I'm not a big
usually
fan of
only
pozole.
made
I'm
on
not a big
special
fan of this
occasions.
food.
Pozole was only ever made for birthdays,
I've always loved that clip, and even my parents would show me that clip when I was younger. Pozole was made. Pozole, maybe no, menudo not that much, but pozole I don't even know how to describe that food. It's good, yeah. Pozole is good. It's just I would not. I don't personally don't like it. I feel too white again. I just personally don't like it that much, but it is an occasion type of food because you don't eat this every day, or like you only eat this. At least in my family, we only eat this during Christmas events, parties, or something like that, and that's about it. Menudo, I don't think they're that. I don't think menudo's bad. I'd prefer menudo over
even once
pozole.
a random night if you're lucky. Pozole con limón, repollo, rábanos, y chile de árbol would genuinely make my whole day. I could eat at least
It's crazy to me. Like obviously, the older I grew up, the more I realize this. But these whole big differences are huge. You get me? Oh, no shit. Oh my, who would have thought of that? You know, different cultures. What? It's just to me when I finally started realizing that it was so menudo. I prefer menudo over pozole any day though. Hell no, it doesn't suck. Okay, doesn't it? I wouldn't say I love it, but you know,
3 full
I'm not like I
bowls of
wanted that
pozole
bad.
by myself. Pozole came in all types. Pozole blanco, pozole verde, but my all-time favorite
Rojo.
had to be pozole rojo. God, that
I actually
shit
prefer the
was-
verde.
There is one day though that makes this dish
Oh,
extra
Christmas.
special, and
Christmas.
that's Christmas Eve. The
Christmas,
Lord
yep.
blessed Mexicans with this combo, and I thank Him every day for it. Another dish that goes with Christmas
so
Eve
good.
too. are
On no,
tamales.
it's so good for those days. Only on those Christmas days. Those days, I actually will eat pozole.
What can I say about them that hasn't been
What
said
is this gonna
already? They're so good, and probably the reason as to why I'm so damn heavy. I don't care though. I'd rather die of obesity than give these up. My personal favorites are
Who's that?
tamales de puerco, so you know I'm a greaseball. If your favorite tamale type is
Oh, what the-
fresa,
Oh, so tamales. I mean, I'm not sure. I'm thinking just about everyone here is Hispanic or has like traces of it. But again, since reels we uploaded, oh, he passionate. He hella passionate. Vamp. I'm not sure. Are you Hispanic or like do you have any sort of like? Have you ever had any experience with anyone Hispanic? I'm not the biggest fan of tamales personally. I'll eat them if they're there. Like now, I just sound like I don't like a lot of food that's like really original here. But if I see a tamal, I can't eat it. I'm not disgusted by them, but it's not like I ever want one. And it's crazy how many types of tamales there are. There's your tamales de pollo, tamales de frijol. So tamales of chicken, which is pollo. Tamales de frijol con queso. Well, Vamp, these tamales, it's crazy how much of a wide variety there is. Like a lot. There's basically these tamales with chicken, tamales with beans and rice. There's tamales with meat. There's tamales with pork meat. There's tamales with sweet. Like those are called tamales dulce, and they're all pretty good. But like I don't. Vamos al Bruno Mars concert.
There are so
What the
many
fuck?
other dishes I can talk about today, like tacos,
Like anything you can
carne
think of, basically.
asada,
Literally.
enchiladas, enfrijoladas, ceviche, birria, arroz rojo,
No, so
tortas. Oh.
Is she the one that she put for that? Mexican party life and music and discipline. I'm not the biggest partier, but like my
If you're
family
Mexican,
love it.
Then you're
They're-
familiar with party life. Mexicans love to party. If there's one thing Mexicans are really fucking good at, it's drinking.
The fuck is that?
Luckily for Mexicans, the love for partying and the skill of downing 7 tequila shots in a row is the perfect combination. Quinceañeras with Don Julios on deck, baby showers with Modelos and Coronas, family reunions with at least 5 coolers filled with Bud Lights.
I will say this about that. My mom and my dad's side of the family, no, but my mom's side of the family is actually they're a very strange type. They don't drink a lot. And my mom doesn't even drink. I don't drink either. But my dad's side, when they have parties and shit, they actually they do. And that one's a little more stereotypical to this. But even then though, when we do have events in my house, like we have those family members who do bring some, and then the whole aspect of drinking that much, while it's not so many family, the ones that I hang out with more, the ones that we have more events with, is my mom's side of the family, so it's a little more calm. But like there are a few from my mom's side of the family that do love to, and like you could see where this stereotype comes out of, because they do it a lot.
Coors Light and Tecate. There's probably only 20 people at that family reunion too. You get the idea though. Mexicans, parties, and drinking go hand in hand. It could be your 3-year-old cousin's birthday and you'd still have your
That
Hammer
part is
Theo
true, though.
in the corner.
The part about Hammer Theo, again, my kids might be a little more special, but they just have parties for anything, literally anything.
Arguing about how America is better than Chivas with your other drunk Theo. Then they fight, then they get along after doing karaoke. Your tias are completely plastered after downing 4 big buzzballs and tequila shots in their systems. They do all of this while they're
Panics when their knee starts to.
supposed to be singing happy birthday to little Miguelito. If you have 2 parents, then you know that most of the time, the sides are completely different. Your mom's
Oh,
side
yeah,
of
I
the
just said
family
that.
could be whitewashed Mexicans. And your dad's side could be camoteros who love drinking more than they do their firstborn son. Usually,
That's okay. That is very true, though. They are so different. My mom's side of the family compared to my dad's is so different, extremely. Maybe not to the stereotype. Wait, they saying what you said? Yeah, they literally are. It's kind of crazy that like the stereotype is that real, but no, it really is. My dad's side of the family and my mom's so different. Now the whole aspect of like how much we're like they're make money or not, that's to each, all right. But it really is extremely accurate on how different both sides are.
never the same. The Mexican
Wow,
people
super
are
wow.
diverse and
Yeah, my dad's side, they're the more fun side. My dad's side is the more fun side. I'll definitely say that. And they can get aside, yeah, yeah, it is. My dad's side is definitely the more fun one, the more not even party, like they're definitely more on that side. It's just me personally, I don't I don't go out that much. So because of that, like I don't like going out when we have to go on that side, because then they are so much about that. And not even a bad way either. Like they don't even have issues. Hello, Brian.
almost never the same, and the
They
music
are.
taste is no different. Mexican music is mainstream these days, but back then it was all about Los Tucanes de Tijuana, Los Tigres del Norte, Juan Gabriel, rest
El
in
Juan
peace,
Gabriel.
and Vicente Fernandez. May God
My dad has such a very smoky tough. Thank you, Jose. Wow, holy W Jose. Deluxe. Oh, no one's gonna get that, but holy appreciate that.
rest his soul. But Mexican music has grown, and now we have all types of styles. We got música ranchera, música norteño, música sureña, corridos, corridos bélicos, corridos tumbados, Chicano
Oh, there's
music,
so many.
mariachi, banda, guapango, duranguaneses, and much more. You'd hear
Oh, there's so much more. It's crazy how much of a big aspect there are when it comes to Mexican music. Because, and I'm very picky with my music. I'm so picky. The best. Watching Peso won't go to the concert. I'm not gonna go. I don't fuck with what Peso Pluma makes. I don't like that type of music. All right. My favorite type of music is the Latin rock, Spanish rock. I fucking no. I'm not going. I'm not spending money to go to that. No, but it's because, by the way, there's again, this is gonna be uploaded. I'm not going to. I'm getting convinced that to go to the Peso Pluma concert. And I refuse to go to a Peso Pluma concert. I don't like the music. What am I gonna do there while I'm watching a fucking stream? I'm gonna be sitting in my chair while everyone around me is standing and dancing, and I'm gonna be sitting there with my fucking $5 Gatorade, but I had to buy one because I was fucking thirsty, and my shitty nachos and my cheeseless cheeseburger, and I'm gonna be angry because I'm miserable there. No. I know. You see, I know what I'd be getting myself into. The same thing happened with another concert that I went to. I know what I'm saying.
this stuff
So you going, everyone making go. No one's making me do crap. Good luck trying to take me out of my house, buddy. Good luck. Take some ashwagandha. No, but look. I'll tell you this. The music that I love with a passion is the Spanish rock music. There's this music, all right, and maybe I'll play it. Actually, I don't even think I can play it because of copyright reasons and shit. Well, I can't play it on stream, but I just won't be able to play it on the YouTube video. Mr. 30 Days at Home already. Yeah, it's because of surgery, right? That's why I've been in my house for this long. But the thing is that I maybe would go to some of my favorite Spanish rock music. Like, I love Spanish with a fucking passion. My like music on Spotify is a lot of Spanish rock. And like my age is a really old age of listening because my dad is what put me on to all that music.
bodas, quinceañeras,
Oh, yeah.
birthdays, carne asada parties, holiday parties, and even
All
on
of
the
'em.
worst days, chore days, aka
Oh, yeah.
the weekends. These days were the worst days because instead of having your weekends off,
Bro,
from
put mil
school, you
años.
had to help mom.
So, I've gifted enough for the ticket. Brian, no, but I'm not going to a concert. Bro, Jose, my Spotify is just filled with Mexican music, like Mexican oldies. And actually, I just found out, and this is a story, bro. You're like my you're like my grandpa. I don't care. I'm like your grandpa, all right? My parents went to this, and let me find it because I remember this because it's Mexican music. Casimiro, Grupo El Mexicano. There was basically the story that when my parents went to a vacation in Mazatlan, they basically stayed over at the house of this famous artist, Mexican artist, who makes party music. I can't find it. Can we at least go? I don't want to go to a concert. I'm telling you, I know myself. I am going to sit down with my cheeseless cheeseburger and I'm going to be miserable. I know myself and I'm going to be mad that I'm not getting up and I'm not dancing nor singing along because I don't know all the lyrics. Dude, I know myself. I know.
Deep clean the house.
I didn't even talk what I was going to say. Music while cleaning. When I was younger, dude, my mom would make me and my little niece, because she lived with us for some time, she would make us clean. And not in a bad way, not that there's anything wrong with cleaning. Not that there's anything wrong with cleaning, but it's just that it's just the fact that there was always music in the background playing.
house or go to
I don't
work with your
care.
Dad. You didn't want to do either, but you had to do something.
got another leg.
Otherwise, you get your video games taken,
No.
or your phone, or even worse, la chancla. More on that.
I
later.
didn't
So
I
you
didn't
had to
deal with
wake
that
up
so
at
much.
8 in the morning with the smell of fabuloso outside your door.
El
and
Fabuloso.
ranchera music playing so loud that a deaf person could hear it. You'd walk your sleepy ass out and instantly get told to vacuum, wash dishes, mow the lawn, walk the damn dog, take the trash out, and fold the laundry. Once you think it's over, your mom gives you a bullshit chore just because she doesn't like seeing you relaxing, like giving the dog a haircut. and
Oh, holy Jose, thank you for the follow,
you
Jose.
talk back once and it's,
Please the
"No me estés
follow."
rezongando, cabrón. Si no te pongo una chinga."
Appreciate the follow, but I was appreciate so much. My mom wouldn't be so like chancla because we were by this time we were already living in the US, so we were more modern. She would use the belt. All right, no, the chancla was only reserved to when we used to live in Mexico. No, I'm. Oh, okay, say it to Chris. What is this? Fucking ad. Can I skip this already? What is that? Oh, never mind.
Mexicans know that if we ever talked back to our parents, then we'd get whooped with a sandal. My heart.
I would
goes
get
out
whooped
to
with a
those
belt.
soldiers
That's what I would
who
get
hit
whooped with.
the following. El gancho.
Oh, the gancho. Let me tell you something about this little shit right there. The hanger. The hanger my mom would hit me with, not because it was the preferred weapon of choice, but rather because it was the closest item to beat me with. All right. It was in the proximity to beat me with. If it was close enough, she would hit me with it. And the thing was, most of the time that I got beat with a broom, with a fucking broom, okay, my mom was not like that. That's insane. My mom would grab the gancho and hit me with it just because it was the nearest thing. And again, it was just because nearest proximity, based on proximity. And she would actually never wear chanclas much. She would wear sandals. I mean, sandals are more like pantuflas, slippers. So that's why. But my mom actually got hit with this hanger more than the belt because the belt was reserved more for my dad. When my dad's coming in for an ass beating, then I would get hit with the belt. But when I would get hit with a gancho, it was just because it was the closest thing. Threw the lamp and blamed it on me for breaking it. Hey, they're fucking catching the lamp, bro. Come on now.
El cable.
Oh my goodness. Fucking with a cable as well. She would hit me with a cable. And this was reserved for my mom specifically. My dad, no. Yes, they would hit you again. It was based on proximity. They didn't hit you with, best weapon. They hit you with the closest nearest thing.
El cinto.
Oh, there it is. Yep.
La manguera.
Oh, I'm not sure about this one. What other one could you...
Yes, motherfuckers used to get hit with this. Either they have complete PTSD or they're upstanding citizens with great futures ahead of them. No in
I'm on the
between.
second side.
Now, before you
Yeah,
call Child Protective Services or something, I don't hold anything against my parents for
Oh, of course
disciplining me this way.
Yeah.
I was a badass little kid back then.
Yeah, of course not. I don't think not a single Hispanic kid or like more grown up ever gets mad at the fact that their parents hit them. Now, if you're an abusive thing, okay, never mind. It's a little different. But I think as we ended up growing up, you ended up realizing that they never would do it out of just, I'm having a bad day, beat the kid. Unless they were like that, which was an issue. But what I mean is that you kind of learn to appreciate the fact that it was just disciplining, and not because discipline, like, first one, now I'm gonna beat you already. It was more discipline because you weren't listening over and over. And now that I'm older and I think about it, my parents they would hit me with things because I wasn't listening. My mom would hit me with a gancho, but why was a gancho the nearest thing? Because I haven't hung up the clothes yet. My dad would hit me with the belt. Why would he hit me with the belt? But because he's already coming home and my mom hasn't she hasn't dealt with me with what she wanted me to do. Now she brought in the backup, Also with the hand, obviously a spank and that type of shit. But
Most of you probably don't resent your parents for it.
No one. Oh,
Unless
yeah.
They would do it for no reason.
It's what I just
That's
said.
the case. I'm sorry. I gotta be the one to break it to you, but get the fuck out of
Yeah,
there. What the fuck is you doing?
What this
Most of
game?
you
This
are
ain't a
soft.
game.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Some of you kids need to get your ass whooped. At
Hey, that's
least
true.
Once. Boondock style. I've seen kids act like little shits in public for a fucking
Oh, dude, that's so.
jawbreaker, and I've
Dude, kids in public like that make me it just stresses me out so much. And I don't know if it's because my parents' education made me. Wait, little kids now are so. Right? And you know what, dude? Sorman just said that kids nowadays are very miseducated or like badly raised. Kids nowadays piss me off. If parents are scared, exactly. They're scared. It's because of the age that now the age of people who are being parents now, they're scared now to educate them. Like, oh, it's gonna look bad. Oh, what are my kids gonna say? Since we're scared of that, these kids are becoming little shits. Little shits that are already little shits. I used to get hit or scream at from, dude. It's crazy how soft they gone. Either older parents who did sometime raise people, kids like this, who now went easy on a kind of kid who wasn't this like. Who would guess? Basically, what I'm trying to say is kids who were ever badly educated or bad misbehaving would get hit when they were younger from parents that are older now. And now that those older parents now have kids again, or like maybe they had a kid who's even younger, but now these parents are old, they don't do this shit no more. But because they don't do this shit no more, then you have little shits like these. In addition, people who are having kids now who are younger, like our new generation of kids and new generation of parents who are having kids now, are being like, oh no, I may be a little conservative or a little like too protective of their kids, and then you have shits like this. Guess what? What? I'm not gonna guess. There's so many million things I could guess. I have no idea. What is it? It's so crazy how they're scared to death. Oh, gentle parenting.
That shit's not working because if your kid does this often.
Oh my goodness.
Sometimes you gotta know if that shit's not working because if you're.
I did when I was 6, or the number after 6 and the number before 8. When I was this age, I forgot how old I was. I was getting mad at my mom, and I remember doing this, not to her face, but like I started hitting her arm, like to get away from me. Holy, that's what I'm gonna say. Holy.
Does this often.
Dude, it's actually crazy. Like if you ever tried that, it went horrible for you. But now I feel like if kids ever try this with their own kids ever try this nowadays, they're not even gonna get educated. Their parents are just gonna blow up on them and scream at them, which I think it might even be worse. Because if the kid sees you losing your shit, losing your cool, it's kind of horrible. If you spank your kid, I'm not saying beat your fucking kid, go 3 rounds in the octagon. I'm not saying that either. I'm just saying like a little bit, it's not gonna kill him. And if you have a face and if you have your composure on it, you're gonna do a job that you're presenting yourself to the kid, with composure and everything. But if you do this angry, screaming at them, and now younger parents might scream at the kids because they ended up blowing up because they're trying so hard not to hit the kid, I think it's just worse.
Then I recommend introducing the old school way of doing things. Am I saying whoop your kids with a
No.
hose? Fuck no. That's overkill as fuck. Instead, use a sandal first and then make your way to the hose.
I'm not sure about working your way up. Mexican daily life.
Finally, though, I want to talk about the daily life of Mexican kids like me. Facebook is like the average Mexican.
Oh yeah, it really is.
Bit of new information would come from this app, and
I live in it creates more like opportunity for them to do bad shit in the future. It definitely does. It definitely does, because then they know if the kid isn't scared, or like not scared. I'm not saying it's okay to be scared, but to one point you kind of do have to be scared of your parents. If the kid isn't scared of their parents, then the issue with that is that then, like you said, Jose, they're gonna get it's gonna create an opportunity. They're gonna get confidence. Like, oh, what's the worst that's gonna happen? They're just gonna yell at me. I can yell louder, and now I'm gonna misbehave, and then my parents, all he's gonna do is like scream at me or some shit, and then it's just a never-ending cycle that gets worse and worse. I live in a like 98, 97% Hispanic city in the U.S.
they'd eat
and
shit up and relay it to the.
I'm not kidding you when I say that one of the biggest news sources in my town isn't even an actual news source. It is a fucking 2 or 3 people from Facebook who everyone gets their news from. Whether it's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, whatever. The point is that we have a few people in my city where we get the information from, and those people are the most followed on Facebook. Pages on Facebook for news, Facebook. Or I just said Facebook, no fucking shit. You get what I mean. It's crazy how much, like, one of them is called La Gordiloca, and a translation for that is the fat crazy one. Or the fatty crazy. Yeah, the crazy fatty, something like that. And well known in my city. Like literally, they know her so much because of her news. Now is she a little controversial and shit, and like doing some other things? Yes, but that's besides the point. The point here is that at one point she was a news source, and it's crazy that it was a news source from like a Facebook news source who wasn't even a reporter or anything like that. Just someone who decided to report the news.
Kids. The day Hot Cheetos got exposed for causing irritation and dyeing your insides red,
No, I don't
my
think no one gave a
parents
fuck.
completely cut me off Hot Cheetos.
Dude, if it comes out on Facebook information or like Facebook news or something like that, like a little speculation, holy dude, would my parents like tell me so many things about them? Like they would see the one batshit crazy thing that happened online because of something I would do, and boom, Call of Duty, some kid murdered people because they think he was playing too many violent games. Boom, no Call of Duties when I was younger. Until my dad bought me one COD and it was Black Ops 1, and it was on the fucking Wii. On the Wii. Can you realize that? A violent game to play on the Wii. And even then, my mom seeing me standing, moving my little joystick around, which sounds really weird saying my little joystick, but moving my little fucking Wii controller, and I'm standing and hovering around, and that's dangerous. The same console I was just playing Super Mario Bros. In. Whatever, woman. You know, I mean... Whatever.
Even though any spicy foods could irritate your stomach, and food dyes are in almost every single product.
They're in almost so many. They're in so many.
Some Hot Cheetos in secret though, cause come on.
Oh, so many. Hot Cheetos in school, dude, they would get
If you
sold
ever
so
got
much.
sick, your grandma always had some sort of remedio. They'd cut
My grandma, may she rest in peace, she died 2 years ago. I love that lady so much because I got to spend a lot of time with her. But something funny about my grandma is that she would have this cabinet next to her next to her room, or next to her bed, I mean, where whenever her muscles were hurting, she's like, ay, pásame la medicina. And now me wondering, like, oh, like I have to go call my mom, I have to go tell her the medicine. No, this lady had medicine, like, and that's how you know there's some shady shit or something, because it just smelled bad. And that thing was right next to her nightstand, or right on her nightstand. And it had no label. This medicine had no label, had a green tapa and nothing on it. It was just a container with a green label. And that was your medicine. That smelled weird. That was there for God knows how many years. But that somehow helped. It's crazy how much they had.
cover you in leaves and shit.
Or she had.
And somehow it worked. Vaporub on the nose, throat, and chest. Would
Actually,
heal you up
my
really
parents weren't that big on Vicks Vapor Rub on the chest or anything like that. Would they put it? Yeah, I mean, they put it on me one time. But I had to. Dude, what? Is there a... I'm actually going to search up. She had one of these. Actually, she had one of these. I'm not kidding. She definitely had one of these. But no, bro. This either this old lady ended up reusing, reduce, reuse, recycle the fucking container or something. Cause like, and I don't know, feel like something had a cross contamination of some sorts. You have this container with some other chemicals and shit, and then you clean that container, and then you put the other thing in it. But the point is that like she had some things in there. Weird shit that lady did. Like weird medicine shit. I'll leave it at that.
good. Shit was like a magical elixir. 7-Up and some caldo de res, and you'll feel brand spanking new within an hour. Even sayings were remedies. You could break every bone in your body.
Oh yeah.
Sana sana colita de rana would
No, we
repair all the
had one.
damage done.
We had one that was a Bible verse that she would tell me a lot, and that's like the remedy one she would
Parents
give.
quote unquote help you with homework, but it's just them aggressively asking you the question over and over until you answer the
Oh my goodness.
with homework, but it's
We need to go over this again.
would revert all the damage done.
Hold
Your parents
up.
would quote unquote help you with homework.
My parents, more specifically, my dad for math and my mom for everything else, were useless. Useless when it came to my homework. My dad would have... It's the fucking Incredibles video all over again, or the Incredibles meme. Math is math. Why would they change it? Because holy crap, was he horrible for math. In the aspect of that, we had to do it this way. My dad would want to do it another way. And my mom would help me with my English homework. Keep in mind, my dad's the one that knows more English than my mom. The homework didn't get done. Generally, the homework wouldn't get done. It was half-assed. The only reason the homework would get done or finished was because of me, because I was an intellectual little kid. But other than that, the homework was no thanks to my parents. other than the projects that I would tell them the day before they were due, and we would stay up till 1 a.m. doing it. That's the only reason.
Just them aggressively asking
And
me
they
the
would-
question over and over.
My dad, that's exactly what it was. He would just ask me the question again, and he would stare at me like I'm some sort of idiot because he would tell me, and I would just not know. And he would like the way he would want to explain it and everything. I'd just stare at him. I would just stare at my dad. I'd be obviously confused and everything, and he would just keep repeating the question to me. And he would repeat it sometimes. Hello, Ale. He would sometimes repeat it to me, whether in English when he was a little more patient, or in Spanish when he started getting too mad or too desperate, trying to help me. And he would just like not scream in a bad way, but he'd be like just yelling like, "Come on, I'm asking you the question," and I'm just staring at him. I don't know, you know?
Until you answer the question yourself. Being Mexican also meant that you had an uncle or aunt
They're for winning an extra time.
that's younger than you. Yeah, I have at least 4 uncles and aunts that are like in the 5th grade while I'm a sophomore in college. It's all
Oh yeah, that's exactly what it is. I was like, Courtois. The amount of times that guy sold me a game of FIFA is crazy, and I would scream at my PC, my monitor. I would scream at everything whenever I lost a game of FIFA. But
always awkward too, because your parents are always like, "Dile hola a tu tío."
they always say that I'm actually an uncle of some people that are older than me in my Mexican family, and it's funny because they always. What was the name of the game you played yesterday? It's called Quarantine Zone. And we haven't finished that game up. My parents would tell me, and I don't know if they think they're funny when they say this, like, "Oh, you got me," oh. When they would say, dile hola tu tío, you know, and it's some fucking baby who can't even speak or anything yet. And, you know, I don't like, it was funny the first 3 times. 5 and over, the joke is washed.
And you go and say hi to a 6-year-old in his Elmo pajamas. Mexicans also love eating chile, and if you don't, then you're immediately exiled from all Mexican activities. Kind of like if you're Mexican and don't speak even the slightest bit of Spanish. Prayer to all of y'all that have Mexican blood in you but don't speak, write, or understand Spanish. Could never be me though. You're also
I never had that happen, baby, as a tío, but I know that some people's. Yeah, I did. I did. And it's a weird thing. It's a funny thing. Like, it's not the biggest deal in the world. Like, it's basically a cousin. But it had happened to me a couple times. That whole thing about not knowing Spanish. I like eating chili. I like eating spicy food. But spicy food is in Mexican spicy food. Like, you know, I can't think of your salsas. Not hot Cheetos. I'm not the biggest fan of hot Cheetos. But it is funny how and it happens with my family. My family's a little, not as stereotypically Mexican, but even then, like, if you don't eat chile, like, they'll make fun of you a little bit for it. They'll tease you for it. No Spanish, tease you so much for it. That's why I am fluent in Spanish to read, write, and understand, because it was my first language taught to me. And something that I would do in my house is that I would only speak Spanish to my parents. That is it. I wouldn't speak anything else to my parents.
so definitely Mexican if you've had some cobijas that
No,
are mad thick
del
and can
tigre.
keep you warm through Antarctic weather for days. Extra points if the blanket has a sick ass animal looking at the distance.
Yeah, the
Some
fucking
Mexican
tiger.
activities that
Before they even get into the sports, the tiger blanket is funny because it's extreme. At a wolf blanket, dude, it's so common in Mexican households. And the funniest thing is that when I was younger, this blanket thing was actually, well, at least sometimes I would go to the feria, which is basically, what do you call feria in English? The carnival. The carnival. They would sell these fucking blankets at a carnival, like in a big carnival stand. And there would be people like just they would be screaming, or they wouldn't be screaming, but they'd be just doing the whole. I forgot, bro. I mean, there was funny. Dude, yes, Jose. Yes, they fucking are, dude. The vendors they'd always be so fucking big, and they'd be doing the. Okay, well, the ones that I remember is that they'd be saying, obviously in English, aquí tengo 200, tengo 300, tengo 300 por allá, aquí tengo 400. They'd be saying the fast way of saying, here 100, 102, 100, 200, 200. That fast way they would call you out, like they'd be like, hey, you want you? They'd like literally bring you in to get one. They would be doing at the ferias, at the carnivals. They would be doing that whole thing. Those blankets are rare. There's like main brand. Dude, first off, those people would not take a no. I feel like half the time there was nobody up bidding. They were at 400 pesos, which is the currency, 400 pesos, just an example, but they'd be at 400 pesos. Nobody around them said 500 and then just automatically just point at someone 500. I swear to you, I don't even think people were bidding on them. And I didn't know those blankets were rare. I don't know. From my city, these are extremely common. These are extremely common. W market.
Most of us love doing is watching La Selección Mexicana.
Oh, fuck no.
Support
Yeah.
millions of Mexicans around the world. Watch the 1 or 2 Mexican basketball players that barely even speak the language play because Mexicans love feeling included in things. Watching Canelo fight for another decision.
El Canelo.
Seriously, when was the last time he won by knockout? 2019? 5 years ago? Yeah, there's
Damn, 2019 is now technically even longer than that. Because right now, as of this, when I'm watching this, it is January 21st, 2026. So it's a while. It's been 6, 7 years ago.
so much I haven't even covered in the video. So many funny, haha, relatable Mexican things that are yet to be explored. Make sure to subscribe with notifications on if you enjoyed, and smash the like button 500 times for a part 2 if y'all want it though. I am pressuring y'all just if y'all want to. I know I'm sorry.
All right, I know for your marketing for this guy. He's bigger than me. I'm gonna actually like and subscribe. I enjoyed that video. There is a part 2. I already somewhat started watching it, but it is funny how accurate it is. La Selección Nacional, the Mexican soccer team, is the biggest disappointment to Mexicans. I remember this one so well. My dad screaming at the TV, pendejos, no sirven para nada, because of the Mexican national soccer team. Hilarious. And it was scary. My mom would tell, yeah, calm down. Like, obviously in Spanish. My mom would scream at my dad, like, to calm down. And then whenever I screamed at any video, God forbid I got mad at me playing FIFA. God forbid I got mad. Because then my parents would come in. What's wrong with you? What was wrong with you? Calm down. It's just a game. All I'm saying is your husband is doing the exact same thing to something he cannot control. At least I'm mad because of my own issues and my own skill. But hey, you know what? That's up for my mother. All right. They need to make it left-wing for the national team. Dude, anyone. Like, I find it so funny when people say, El Chucky Lozano, no, that motherfucker hasn't been good in years. He peaked in that 2018 World Cup. And that is it. Oh my goodness. I remember this quick little memory as well before I finish. I'm not going to finish the stream. I'm just going to finish cutting off this shit, because then that's going to be enough for the YouTube video I'm going to upload. Lozano retired. He's already retired, right? I thought he was just in a shit league now. When I was 20, what the fuck? He's in the MLS. Okay, he's in the MLS now. You see, he's basically retired then. When the World Cup was happening, which means 2022, and my family and I went to Cancun for a vacation, and my girlfriend's family was also there at the exact same time. So me and my girlfriend basically had a vacation in Cancun when we were younger, which is a crazy coincidence. I remember this really well. Me and her dad were watching a soccer game, which was Mexico versus Poland, and we had seen when the penal had happened, like when the soccer player went down and they gave a penalty, and we were like, oh no, Ochoa has to save a penalty from one of the best strikers, and if you don't know anything about soccer, one of the best attackers in soccer history. Exactly. His name was Robert Lewandowski versus Ochoa, which is the legendary Mexican goalkeeper. That guy is only good whenever, like, he's a goalkeeper. He's only good in the World Cups. It's crazy how good he is in the World Cups for Mexico. And the penalty gets saved, and my girlfriend's dad and I start jumping up. Like, I'm hugging the man, like, lo salvó, he saved it. Funny memory. That was a great memory. I love that memory. Because it was so crazy how, like, yes, we had gone crazy because there's other people watching it with us. We were all screaming and jumping because he had saved the penalty. And then, I just remember another story. And there's the last one before I end up closing off this video. I was in school when the World Cup was happening, of course. And this other story happened in the middle of a lobby. I was in school, and it was the Mexico versus Saudi Arabia game, which was like, I think 2 p.m., somewhere around there, or 1 p.m. I'm watching the game in my class. And this is in high school. I'm watching the game in my class, and the Mexican team gets a free kick. A free kick, if you don't know what it is, it's just basically that they fouled you and you get to kick the spot with no one blocking you from wherever that foul occurred. So depending if you're really far away, all you're gonna do is hit it hard and cross it into, to attack, or pass it short to start making up an attack. Or if you're close enough, you're gonna shoot. Now, obviously, the further you are, the harder the shot, the more difficulty. This player, and was it Jimenez? No, it wasn't Jimenez. Oh, what was his name? What was his name? Who scored the goal versus Saudi Arabia in Mexico versus Chavez? Was it Chavez? Luis Chavez. It was Luis Chavez. Luis Chavez. That's his name. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it was Luis Chavez. Luis Chavez scored. I think I knew it was Jimenez or Chavez. Yes, Chavez. He scores a free kick from really far away. Best way I can explain it in another sports term, think about like a 50-yard bomb touchdown. But like no the catch and run. No. Just throws that far. And it's just a touchdown. The receiver ran 3 yards to get in the end zone, and that is it. Another way to explain it, a logo 3. Like, it's a hard shot. It's a really fucking hard shot. Not that common. I see that in my class, and I'm like, fucking shit. We were taking a test as well on the computer. It was like a quiz. I get up and I'm like, golazo. I get up. My teacher gets mad and she said, oh my goodness. Tennis. I cannot give a tennis reference. I don't know. Golf? Hole in one? A hole in one and on a par 6 maybe? Nah. On a par 4. Par 3. On a par 3, a hole in one. Like, it's so crazy, but it's not the most uncommon. Man, I think on a par 3 would be the most, like, yeah. It was a crazy. I scream up. I'm like, holy shit. The teacher's like, oh my goodness. Didn't I tell you to put that phone away? She comes up to me. She's like, give me that. The first thing I say, and this, my friend Isaac was there when this happened. He was sitting right next to me. He's one of my closest friends. And the first thing I told her, but ma'am, it was a golazo. Oh my goodness. She got even more mad when I said that, because that lady didn't want to let us watch the World Cup game. But I remember that. So dude. And yeah, she took my phone away, and then I had to go after the class and tell her, yeah, I'm sorry, ma'am, that I did that. I just really wanted to watch the game. She said, it's okay, but like, I had already told you not to watch it. Man, this happens every 4 years. Never in November. I don't give a fuck. Obviously I apologize and shit, but that's because I'm a little goody tissues and I take it up the ass. And I just wanted my phone back to go to my next class. And I didn't want to pay $15 because you have to pay $15 at the end. But there's that little last story. This sounds weird because now I have to make somewhat of an outro. Okay, I'm not making an outro. I'm just going to say, okay, goodbye. So if it cuts back to this, then never mind. I just kept talking on the same
Most
one.
of you know this already, but I'm Mexican. American.
That's what we are. We're Mexican-American.
Get your booze out. Come on, let me hear it. Yeah, I have to say that because a few people were telling me.
You're not Mexican unless you were born in Mexico.
Yeah, that's not wrong.
Born on Gringo land, part of Gringo land. Your parents are Mexican, not you.
And I got one thing to say to those people. I don't give a fuck. Sigue chupándome la verga, ya casi acabo, eh? But since I'm a nice person, I'll change the title just for all the ones that are mad. And for those of you who
Growing up
supported the last
Mexican-American.
one,
They
this
put
is
it
for
growing
you
up
guys.
Mexican-American. I'm not doing a greet for the live. No, my parents are asleep, by the way. Like, my dad has work tomorrow and shit. I don't feel like it's doing a grito. You know what? That'll be a TikTok idea. You know what? I'm gonna upload that eventually. But not right now. Not when my parents are sleeping. My dad the other day walked in on me at like 6 a.m. awake. All right, fine. Do it on the way. I will do it on the weekends. Clip this. Remember this. I'll do a grito on the weekend stream. But yeah, I never say I'm Mexican, because Mexicans, okay, they go over to Mexico a good amount. They say, you're from the other side. What do you know? And then over here on the other side, I get carabiner. I don't want to go to Peso Pluma. I don't care that you bought the tickets. I'm not buying the tickets. I'm not going. What was I saying? Oh yeah, but over there in Mexico, I'm too American. In the US, I'm too Mexican. And that's why I love the city I live in, because I'm right in the middle. Hello, Crystal. What's up, Crystal? You just missed the first part of the reacting to growing up Mexican, but we're about to do part 2, so good for you.
Anyways, let's jump straight into it, starting with
Mexican show. Oh, this is gonna be a good one. But hi, Crystal. How are you doing, Crystal?
Mexican shows and cartoons are a core memory of my
Oh, hella
childhood.
core.
I'm about to make every single
Can't believe my
Mexican
eyes.
bust a move out of happiness with the one I'm about to list. El Chavo del Ocho. Y'all were
Yep.
begging me to mention.
Present them? Present the shows or what? What do you mean you can't believe my eyes? What about your eyes? Look, okay, I'll go through a few. El Chavo del Ocho. The first one that I would watch a lot was actually this one. It was the El Chavo del Ocho animated. This show I would watch a lot. This other one that I would watch a lot was this one. But not this one. This one. Animated versions. I was young enough. Yeah. What do you mean? I was young enough to experience El Chavo del Ocho. Or I was too young to experience the original one. So I got to experience the animated version.
Mention this show.
Both of
now,
those.
Here it is. I grew up watching the reruns on Televisa. You know, the one that
El Televisa. I brought a deer jaw to school because I thought it would be funny to say German, and I just freaked out a student. I brought a deer jaw to school because I thought it would be funny to say I dropped my jaw. And then I just freaked out a student. Yeah, that does it, you know. That will do it, all right. Anyways. Okay.
goes Televisa
Presenta.
Holy shit. I'm goated. What the fuck? Chavo del Ocho is loved by many and an iconic show in Mexican culture. Your grandparents grew
Anyways,
up off
agreed.
That show. Your parents grew up off that show.
Yep.
And maybe even you grew up off of that show too.
Rest in peace to all these Mexican
Rest
TV
in peace
legends.
to Roberto Mario Gomez Bolaños,
El
aka
Chapulín.
Chespirito, Ramon Valdez, Ruben Aguirre, and
A good amount.
Angelines Fernandez.
That's a good amount.
remember
I mean, these
watching
people were old, though.
Chespirito's funeral live on TV, bro. That shit breaks a man's soul. I'm not
I-
gonna lie. The next show is one that
Yo, I know we're watching a Mexican video about growing up Mexican, but there's no fucking way you just got an ad for a Taco Bell. Twitch, count your fucking days, Twitch. Count your fucking days. That is ridiculous. Even another country, El Chavo del Ocho has always been goated. Always been goated. Here's, now this one I know because I've talked to stream about it before. There's a fucking white crystal. That's ridiculous. Twitch, count your days. The one I'm thinking about, and I hope he covers. You know what? Let's just go back to the video and hopefully he covers it. If he doesn't, I'll go back to it.
don't really take too serious because of how ridiculous some of the episodes get. La Rosa de Guadalupe is here,
There it
don't
is.
get me
I knew it
wrong,
was gonna come. I knew it was gonna come.
but God damn, do they over dramatize everything?
Everything.
But that didn't stop.
For non-Spanish speakers, he basically said, "What? He's black?" When both him and his girlfriend were white. Bro, how many people are getting Taco Bell ads on Twitch? What the fuck? Whatever. Twitch, you know what? Whatever. I'm too much in a good mood right now. Anyways, though, Rosa Guadalupe, goated ass show. Show that would scare me though.
The adults that would watch this show actually believe these things would happen. The acting in the show was so buns, I couldn't help but laugh in the serious scenes. How can you sit
Yeah.
there and watch this scene? Another
Okay, that scene is one of. Good evening, hello, Alex. Welcome. La Rosa de Guadalupe was so fucking unserious. As in, like, you couldn't take that show seriously, by the way. It was a show about life lessons and shit. And in a dramatic telenovela style. And I say it like that because there's some people here who don't understand any Spanish. But that show, God, dude, like, it's so nostalgic and it's so funny to watch. Like, now that you're older, you watch it and you just laugh at it. And this show he's about to...
show most of you grew up.
Now, the one he's about to talk about is now... the intro has me traumatized.
Crystal_starlight_ says I like burritos.
Yeah, so do I. Bro, the intro has me traumatized. The intro from La Rosa de Guadalupe was so triggering, as in, like, the fact that something big would happen and then cut to ads, and then the first thing you see when something big would happen is the fucking ad and see the guy who's on his bicycle.
Watching was La Familia Peluche.
This show was so
I'm
good
adding
as well.
this here because I know some of y'all would kill me if I said I've never heard of this show.
Bro, the wincing,
I
oh
did
my.
fuck with the intro song though. A soportar.
La Familia Peluche sitcom. It was basically a Mexican sitcom, legendary. But it had so many misogynistic jokes. I'll be honest, misogynistic, like those offensive jokes. But my God, was that shit funny? Like so many. Going back to the other show, the Rosa Guadalupe show, which is a life lesson show, that one would go through these weird, funny scenes where like, and because it depended on the Virgin Mary or Guadalupe Virgin, I forgot her name. No, it's not Mary. It's Our Lady Guadalupe. I forgot her name. I'm sorry if I'm fucking it up, but it's because I'm not Catholic. I'm Christian, so I'm not too well, informed on that. But on that, whenever someone would realize their life lesson, there'd be just a gust of wind that would just go through them, like as if they just realized it.
Underscore says my stepdad used to hear my mom if dinner wasn't ready by the time he was home.
Crystal, please don't be saying shit like that on the damn Twitch chat. You're gonna make people uncomfortable by saying stuff like that, bro. What the hell? I'm not laughing at that. I really hope that wasn't true. And if you are, I hope like you guys are doing good now. But bro, you gotta chill with those comments. And the light as well. There's so many things in that Rosa Guadalupe show, like absurd amount of things. Mexican vendors in remate. The vendors, bro.
If you're unfamiliar with what a remate is, then let me educate you. It's a flea
I like dogs smile.
So do I, Crystal. Rosa Guadalupe had me in front of a fan thinking I was blessed.
market. Yeah, that's it.
Oh,
Food
these-
court, we got it. Candy stores,
Nope.
we got it. Shoe store, we
They got it, yeah.
Barber shops,
They also had it.
of course we got that shit. It's beautiful. All the fresh fruits and natural candies with bees swarming them.
When I was younger, I would see bees and I would be disgusted. I'd be like, why is there fucking insects on my goddamn food? That's gross. I don't think that's normal. Because again, I ended up living in the US, so I started getting used to shit in the US. But then since I still cross over to Mexico a lot, I would never see that. And I'd kind of just be grossed out about it. I love your dog. I'm happy you love your dog. But that would creep me out. But they're called flea markets. Basically, I think that's the way I want to interpret the flea markets. These places had so many things to sell, absurd amount of
That's
things.
how you know them shits is good. If you see flies, run the fuck away. But the ones who make it possible are the vendors who show up
No.
early in the morning and stay there till the day is finished. My grandparents used to work at the flea market and I'd go with
The
them
flea
to
market, yeah.
sell cacahuates dorados, aka roasted peanuts. We'd wake up at 6 in the morning and head over
I've
to
gone
the
to
flea
a good
market
amount of
and
these.
set up.
They're
I'd go
amazing.
off with my grandma to buy some fake Pokemon cards and play with them inside the truck while my grandpa was straight marketing outside. I was like 7. I have no idea.
Core Starlight underscore says Jose likes
Crystal.
big booty black men.
Crystal, what are you saying, bro? Bro, over there in chat stories. Dude, the thing is, if there's flies on it, no. You gotta chill, by the way, Crystal. This is gonna get uploaded to YouTube, so like chill with whatever you use on the text to speech until I finish this. But basically, yes, if there is flies on it, don't eat that. If there isn't flies and if they're bees, apparently it's okay. It's okay, Crystal. If there isn't flies, it's okay because then the bees aren't dirty. It just means that there's natural
Idea why
sugars.
they took me. I love my vendors. They make my world go round. These days, the inflation is crazy.
Oh,
though.
they're so
A while
expensive now.
back, I bought a raspado for $7 inside a medium cup. I know we all need to eat and shit, but god damn, my brother, the bills cannot be this high. He might have been scamming my ass, but I don't care. I want to see my vendors winning. Shout out to all the paleteros out there.
No? I think I need to lower this resolution down real quick, actually, because I have it on 4K. There's like no reason to have it that high. Yeah, I'll lower
All
that.
the real ones pulling up on the summer days. I miss my local paletero. I haven't seen him in years.
Going to stay here. Yeah, it's fine, Leo. Go for it, bro. I think it might be fixed, though. I lowered down the resolution over on the TikTok. So maybe you'll stop glitching out.
Bro. He moved neighborhoods.
And there's an ad. Let me mute this ad. Why is it loading? Oh, just that was about escape. I will hope I can put these ads when I'm straight when I put it on YouTube. Oh, never mind. It's also lagging. Why is it lagging? I'm gonna have to lower down the resolution. Wait, pause the video. And you know what? Placebo effect, possibly. Placebo effect, maybe. But I'm gonna turn off the Wi-Fi on my phone, and now apparently my Wi-Fi is gonna work amazing. Now, ain't it? Why are they rolling ads? No, you have to go over to Twitch then. It might be TikTok. Go over to Twitch then. It might be TikTok because, you know, hopefully. Is it lagging over here on Twitch as well? Holy, great marketing. Great Wi-Fi. Great Wi-Fi. Lagging gacho. Let's see. Hope I'm not downloading anything. For YouTube, for everyone, bad. Ugh. It's the flies on the phone. Hey Chris, is it also bad on Twitch or no? It's not lagging. Can you see it?
Crystal_Starlight_ says, can I just say that I like how you set up your live today?
Strategic. I don't know. It's TikTok. Wait, the Wi-Fi thing on the phone ain't true. Wait, the Wi-Fi thing. Dude, the Wi-Fi thing on the phone is not real. I swear to you. Oh, yeah, no, it's not. But it's a placebo effect, all right? If it's good enough for me and it's good enough to feed into my delusion, it's good enough, all right? It's good here. You know, hey, I'm just saying, all right? If it's lagging on TikTok, go over to follow my Twitch. Good marketing, good Wi-Fi, because the Twitch is not lagging. Mexican sayings and slangs. Okay, I'm a little scared about what they're gonna start saying over here.
Mexican video, I talked about sana colita de rana.
Yeah, that's the
how
saying.
it's something Mexicans use to heal you up with voodoo magic spells.
The sana colita de rana is just for little kids.
I grew up hearing a few sayings and slang terms, and today I'm gonna teach you guys what some Mexican sayings/slang words mean and how they work. So get your number 2 pencils out and your lined papers and take notes. Class is in session. The first word of the day is way. This word is commonly used to refer to a friend. Do not use this on anyone like grandparents, parents, or anyone.
Yeah, way is such a funny word because sometimes the way it's used, at least where I live, but usually it's a bro type of thing. And you literally say it like, bro this, bro that. But the thing about it is that it's multi-use. It has a lot of uses. You could say that someone está bien way. You could say that somebody's too way. All right. And therefore, all that means is that did you grow up with Chihuahuas? Did they grow up with Chihuahuas? That's not racist. That's a fair question. No, I didn't grow up with Chihuahuas. I just had a lot of neighbors who had a lot of Chihuahuas. But what this guy's saying is the way thing, which was basically a word that you use if someone's stupid, way. If someone's crazy, way. If someone's just your friend, your bro, your guy, your girl, even girls, way. A lot.
Higher authority than you. Proper
Show here
use
the
of the
dog.
word would be
My
when
dog's
you
not
talk
on.
to
My
a
dog's not in my
friend
room right
in a
now.
sentence like "¿Qué onda, güey?"
¿Qué onda?
which would
It's literally a
translate
hello.
to, "What's up, bro?" Back then,
Exactly.
though, this was an insult, so do not use this word.
Yeah,
around
this
a
it could also be taken as an insult. Like if you tell someone that's bien way, you're basically telling them you're so dumb or like you're so stupid.
great grandparent. They'll use some crazy shit to punish you because they're old school as hell. The second word of the day is Simon. Simon
Oh,
is
Simon, bro. I don't like this word so much.
a fun little way of saying yes. The correct way of using the word is when you get asked something and your answer to that question is yes. Instead of saying si, you say it with me now.
Oh,
Simon.
I don't like that
There
word.
you go.
I'm not the biggest fan of this word.
Good job.
Simon. Oh yeah, and then sometimes we use the shorter version of it because you see, it's typing out SIMN Simon is too much. We'll just type out SMN. I personally don't like this saying it that much. I feel like I since I don't ever say it, and I was just stupid if I say it. Like I just feel stupid if I say it. And it's not even if anyone else say, "Doro, you look stupid when you say it." No, I just literally I just got used to not saying it. My dad said he's never used just like saying dude. My dad said he never uses way as an insult. The next one isn't a chile. I'm done. The next one might be a chile. Really? No, I think we have used it as an insult, but like that you're so dumb. But with guys and friends, like friendly, like just as a dude way. Like if you ever see your friend doing some stupid shit, for example, you see your friend trying to open the door and she's pulling, but it says push on a big fucking sign in front of his goddamn nose, and he's still pulling or pushing. I already forgot which way I said it. You would say, "Estás bien, güey, no ves el letrero," you know?
I knew you could do it. If you didn't, then fuck you. Your GPA just dropped to a 0.7. Good luck getting into college, stupid. The next saying is por pendejo. Now this
Okay, I like this
should
one.
be used as soon as you turn into a parent. It makes it sound way better.
Yeah, it
trust
does.
me. You would use this when your kid gets hurt doing something you told them not to do. For example,
That's a great
you
example.
tell your son not to jump into the cactus. Your son jumps in and comes out screaming in pain and crying. You are then obligated to say, "Ira, por pendejo."
Por
Get this
pendejo. Somebody asked, what does puta madre mean? It's like fucking shit, like both at the same time. You don't take it as an. I've never thought of ways in it, so I never use it that way. Nah, man. I mean, okay, it's because the reason why I say it like that is because with my parents and my Mexican, like, this is what I heard from my parents. Like, it's always the way is always used in a friendly way. But I will say this: I've heard it from my friend. Telling my dad, telling it to his friends, and his friends, telling it to each other. Like, bro, estás bien, güey. Somebody asked, what does puta madre mean? If someone says puta madre together, all right, so stay with me now. Here's a little example of it. If someone says puta madre together, all right, no space in between, just puta madre, or sending in a text message, they're saying it like fucking shit. It's like in a curse, angry way, all right? But now if it's separated, if it's puta and then madre, then they're calling your mother a bitch, and you should do something about it. How come you said when you were little, everyone had... The people around me had chihuahuas. When I was younger, the neighbor, I lived in a corner house. My neighbor did actually have a chihuahua. I didn't have a chihuahua, but a lot of mother effer, no. No, I don't think puta madre. No, because I guess motherfucker, but not really, because also, by the way, someone answered to what does puta madre mean? It means good job. That is not what it means. So I just explained it, but no. It's because if you say puta madre, puta means bitch, madre means mother. So if there's space in between each other, they're calling the puta madre. But if it's together, not faster, it's kind of like a fucking shit or like motherfucker, like it's kind of one that's cursing and out of anger. It might be lagging on TikTok right now. The P word is bitch. No, yeah, the P word is bitch. Meow. Hello, why are we meowing? Meow. Okay, meow indeed then.
Anyways, the last one is for the...
Okay, the por pendejo though. Por pendejo is a funny one that definitely when parents use it, but like, it's like, that's what you get. Por pendejo is literally just what you get. That's what you get. No better way to explaining it. You stub your toe because you're walking with your eyes closed. That's what you get. In other words, por pendejo. I like Exorcist meows. I like him too.
Real motherfuckers out there. Acerrín, acerran. Los maderos de San Juan piden pan, no les dan. Piden
What the?
queso,
Oh,
les dan
I think
un
this is a
hueso.
saying.
Y se les atorra en el pescuezo. And then you get tickled on the neck until you piss your pants.
Oh, what the fuck? Mexican legend. Hold up.
Legends and folklore.
Okay, his mic
I
fucked
know I
up.
wasn't born
His
on
mic fucked up here. His mic fucked up. Mexican legends and folklore. I don't have that much experience with legends. Folklore side, I do have some. Let me tell you on one other word that's like pretty normal and used called achile. Now, achile is just is a way to agree. All right, and it's more of like a to be TBH. Why is the cat pissing? I don't know why the cat's pissing. TB. Oh shit, we're lagging on Twitch as well, man. Did I just lag on Twitch as well? Oh, no way we have bad Wi-Fi. Chat, we might have bad Wi-Fi. Fucking hell, bro. Why is my Wi-Fi lagging? Now you lagging on Twitch, bro. I'm lagging everywhere, man. What is this bullshit? What is this bullshit, man? Is it not lagging over here? I think it's lagging over here as well, right? And is it lagging over here on the Twitch as well? Or no? I mean, on the TikTok? I'm not sure if it's lagging on TikTok as well. It's like one acts up and then the other one doesn't act up. It's funny. It's fine here. Great. It's fine one and the other, but then the other doesn't really work well. That doesn't really help me a lot. Both are fine now. They better be, bro. I need the recording for this shit. Fuck, man. I need the recording for this later on. I need the recording for this. Oh, but I was basically gonna explain a chile. Now, what is a chile? A chile is just a way to say TBH. The best way I can explain is just saying TBH. I don't think there's a better way to say it. TBH this, TBH that, TBH this. If someone tells you, oh, pásale. Hablas el Rocky. Aquí está. ¿Se les fue el internet o no? ¿Se les fue el internet? Ah, ¿sí se les fue? ¿Por qué no? ¿Dónde se les fue? ¿Por? ¿Nada? No lo cortaste ni nada, ¿verdad? Nada. What about venado? Vendajo? Well, I've never heard of that one before. Never heard of vendajo before. Also, we're having technical difficulties or some shit right now, which I find funny. Who said big booty men? Why is it kept pissing? It's lag on both occasionally. Hopefully, it's fine now. Okay, Jose, it's just your wife. Everyone else in your town probably fine. Yeah, whatever. Fucking blame Spectrum, all right? I tried. Spectrum has a monopoly in my home, all right? Spectrum has a monopoly in my house, and that's why I can't change it. So anything, blame Spectrum. Onward. So, yeah, Chile, what does pendejo mean? Pendejo. It's not ben, de, and then ho. It's pendejo. Pendjo. It just basically means dumbass, stupid. Switch to the Elon Musk Wi-Fi, bro. My small ass town doesn't provide us with the good Wi-Fi like that. My small ass town is just a monopoly from Spectrum.
No, I wasn't born on Mexican soil, but the legends and folklore travel far and wide. La Llorona is quite possibly the most known folklore.
My parents aren't big on horror and shit like that, so therefore the whole La Llorona and those, my mom wouldn't really scare me with them, just because it's because he can't say it on TikTok.
Or tale to come out of Mexico. Cue the non-copyright scary music. Yeah, this one's good enough. Scary voice. The tale is about a woman named Maria who married a wealthy man and had 2 children with him.
I've actually never heard the story of La Llorona.
Go out and wouldn't return for a while, but when he did, he only really spent time with the children. One day, when Maria was out walking with her children by a body of water, she saw her husband with another younger and prettier woman. She got angry, and without thinking, she threw her children into the water, hoping they'd drown. As she finally realized what she had done wrong, she threw herself into the water, hoping to drown with them. It is said
that's
her
what they call
ghost
her,
is
La
cursed
Llorona?
to wander around the streets of Mexico at night, crying out for her children, and if she finds kids out late at night, she takes them away with her. That story would always have me
She is the book Summer of the Mariposas. I never heard of that book, actually.
pissing my pants. And I ain't even from the streets of Mexico. Mexican parents would tell this story to their kids just because they would get a little too close to lakes and stayed out a little too late. I'm bringing that shit back on my kids. I'm about to traumatize them with this stuff. Another story Mexican parents told their kids about was El Cucuy.
Now, El Cucuy was one. I don't know why there's so many animals pissing on this video. Now this one, I did see, like my mom would tell me about this one.
That shit had me traumatized more than La Llorona because they didn't limit that son of a bitch to the Mexican streets. They essentially made this fucker sound like he could hear me from the other side of Earth. Doesn't matter if he was having a fucking vacation in Hong Kong or something.
It doesn't matter.
That motherfucker would hear me and book a flight straight to me. The legend goes like this. El Cucuy has an ear that he uses to listen for misbehaving
Shit looks
children.
ugly as
And
hell.
if he hears you misbehaving, he'll find you and take you to his cave where he'll eat you. Yeah, pretty straight to the point, but that really is all it
That El Cucuy one would basically be used to scare you. He'd say, I viene el Cucuy, I viene, you know, basically saying it like that. And it was scary because it did, I think that one
to
worked.
scare me shitless. The last legend I want to talk about is
El
La
Chupacabras?
Chupacabra.
Is El Chupacabras, not La. No, keyword there. All right, there's a little lesson for you all.
Some say it's a vampire, some think it's a dog-like creature, some say it's an alien. But one thing is for sure, the fucker will drain the blood out of anything it gets
The
its
fuck is
teeth
that?
into. Apparently though, this thing is real. Many farmers have had quote-unquote sightings all over the place in North America, but still have yet to catch
I mean, none of
it.
these
For
are folks,
all
and
we
none of these are
know,
real, though.
It could be right behind you.
¿Cómo te digo? I can't hear the song, but it says, ¿Cómo te digo? Link in description. Mexican relatability. Oh, it's probably going to be so much. I can relate. So far, I've related to just about
Finally,
everything.
finishing off this video is the stuff most Mexicans find relatable. Let me start off with this. You see this box of cookies, right?
These fucking
Yeah. What do you think is inside? Option A, cookies. Option B, nothing. They're probably finished, right? The cookies are probably fucking finished. Or option C, sewing equipment. It's
It was always the damn sewing equipment. Always. Any single time. El Chupacabra is just crazy. This fucking thing, these cookies, when you had them, oh, they were good. I had them. I had these fucking cookies. I could count in my hands how many times I actually ate these cookies, because never would my grandma or mom have these cookies. It would always be sewing equipment.
another thing you guys might find
Never.
relatable
They
is
were
that
never
there's
there.
a 99% chance there are pickled jalapenos in your Tupperware. You know, the shits with the carrots and stuff inside. It's low-key bomb to have con unos tacos o una carne asada con frijoles y arroz. Mamá! Tengo una idea para hacer de lonche.
Is arson Mexican? I don't know. Arson ain't Mexican, actually. I like, or any trace of Hispanic, which is really cool. I like being able to talk to people about things that they're not used to, or like any sort of Mexican culture, because it's like, then they're really curious. I'm Russian. Those tacos look fire. They do. Why are y'all saying suing like that? Am I saying it wrong? Sewing. Oh my goodness, it's suing. Why am I saying suing? I meant to say sewing. What the fuck?
Is the butter containers having
Oh, the fucking butter containers. These
salsa. You think you're
the butter containers either had salsa or beans. They'll be
about to have
Russian.
mantequilla con un pan tostado, but
Nah,
you
arson is,
actually
if you
find
want, it's
salsa
actually really
inside.
cool.
And the worst part is, you're out of butter.
You never. Butter was always in a different container. Lag spike again. We're about to have a lag
If
spike.
you live in America and your parents are full-blown Spanish speakers, not a single English speaking bone in their body, then you know how it sounds when they try to speak English. If they want to say Home Depot, they
El
say
Home Depot.
If they want to say Walmart, they say Walmart.
El Walmart,
If they
yep.
want to say cookies, they say cookies. And finally, if you're at a party and everyone at the function is Mexican and the party is in a secluded area like a ranch, then expect to be there till at least 1 in the morning, because y'all parents lied to y'all saying they was leaving as soon as it turned 8 p.m.
Oh,
If you
no.
enjoyed the video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe with post notifications,
I like that. And I am. Wait, what?
and follow my Instagram for updates. I'm not planning on making a third growing up Mexican video soon, because I
All right, and you know what? That's gonna be enough of that. I mean, most of both of these two videos, relatable, extremely relatable. I like them. I fucking like them a lot. What did I want to see what the comments say. But the Wi-Fi is a little bad. Cooked audio. Oh yeah, the cooked audio. Here's your certification badge. As a Mexican, we gotta stick together. Mexican America too. Still relatable like the last. I don't like how Mexican Americans are never good enough for Mexicans and not good enough for Americans. In the middle. In the US, we're always just gonna be Mexicans in Mexico. We're always just gonna be we're pochos. Yeah. My parents left my ass at church one time, not on purpose. They just dead ass brought 3 kids instead of 2. They forgot one. Did they mention when you misbehave and you say the workers there and they say the worker gonna take you? What worker? Or do you mean el chupacabras? You mean el chupacabras? Then yeah, they did. Or no, el cucuy. But yeah, the el cucuy one was one that was. I recently got used as an example when I was working. Even this. Though we get used. I'll tell you this: as when it comes to work, we get used as examples a lot. All right. I'm not sure. I mean, it's a great work ethic we usually have, but anyways, though, that's going to be it for the YouTube video. So. Should I be even saying? I feel cringe. Okay, I don't feel cringe. I just feel awkward saying, like, for right now, Chupacabra Smith is real. John, it is not real. We're talking about the employees. Okay, hold up. Okay, you're scary, John. First off, there's two different. I'm gonna tell you this right now before I even end it. There's two different things I'm looking at. Someone said I recently got used as an example when I was working. That person, the first person A, was used as a good example because they did something good. The second person said, me too, I also got used as an example. They got used as an example because they're not the example not to follow. Oh my God, Chris. Yes. There is this other thing that would happen. If you were in a public place, Walmart, El Home Depot, and you were misbehaving for whatever reason, any reason, the closest worker to you or to your mother was going to be the one that was going to take you. That is a great call, Chris. That's a great call, Chris. You're misbehaving at the Walmart. You're crying, you're screaming, you want the fuck ass toy. What's the first thing you're tired of the kid? You see that worker over there? Hey, the one over there, he's going to take you. Compórtate o te va a llevar. It's so funny how I forgot he didn't mention that one, but that one happened a lot. When my mom would tell me that someone was going to take me because I'm misbehaving. And the fucking, the 16-year-old worker who's in his their junior year of high school is just looking at you like, I'm going to take you, that was funny, but that's going to be the end of today. Oh, fuck. I don't want to say this in front of y'all, by the way. What the hell? Is that some Russian shit? Look, for those of you still watching this Twitch, the stream, I'll tell you this. I'm going to upload what I just watched to YouTube. So right now, I had to say, please like and subscribe and follow.